G'day everyone, Buck up in North Queensland on a windy old Saturday. Hope you're all well out there. Just going to give you a quick update on my home power station, which will be up and running before cyclone season, let me tell you. Tim the Toolman is coming down early August, everyone, and he's going to complete the build. And I've got everything I need, just need to get it wired up right. So I'll give you a quick update on that. A few people have been going, what's going on with your home power station? As you know, I had a blackout the other day, 6.5 hour blackout here. Ergon were doing works on the lines and all that type of stuff, and I managed to run the house, everyone, from my 2 Litime batteries. Ran the house via the Jackery, which is just under here, via the Jackery power station, and I was using the power from the Litime batteries to put power into the Jackery, and then I ran a lead into the generator switch in the house, a 15 amp lead, and I was able to power the house with everything on. Okay, so the fridges, 2 big fridges, a freezer, some lights, some ceiling fans, all that type of stuff. Did it easy for 6.5 hours. Checked the voltage on the Litime batteries at the end, they're still on 13.1, so it gets even better than that. As you know, Litime kindly reached out to me and said, would I like to promote their lithium batteries, and they sent me a 280 amp hour battery. Not for camping, everyone, for home off-grid power, because as you know, I live in Northern Australia, we have cyclones up here, and after we get belted by a cyclone we can lose power for up to 2 weeks, which has happened twice to us, okay? And it's very unpleasant up here in summer when you lose power. No fridges, no ceiling fans, no lights, all that type of stuff. So I want to be prepared for the next big cyclone we get up here. Litime sent me one of these batteries for nothing, everyone. I thought one's not going to be enough, so I purchased another one, another 280 amp hour battery, about $900 mark. Anyway, after I did that, they provided a discount code, Mr. Buck 8. So everyone out there has been getting an 8% discount if they use my code to buy a Litime battery. Litime don't just have the big batteries, guys, they go right up to 400 amps. They've got little 50 amp hour batteries right through to 400 amp hour batteries. They've got 12 volt, they've got 24 volt, they've got 36 volt, don't quote me on that, and 48 volt batteries as well. So they've got all the bases covered, from little camping batteries right through to home off-grid batteries. Okay, so I had 2 280 amp hour batteries. They got on to me the other day, Aviva from Litime, who's the Australian rep, and she said, Buck, your discount code's doing really well for us. And I knew it had been, because every time someone buys a Litime battery using the Mr. Buck 8 for an 8% discount, I get a little email. So if you don't know, they were going to give a 5% discount and then give me 5% commission. I don't accept commission, money or anything off any company ever, guys. And I said, can you give my followers a 10% discount? They said the highest we can go is 8. That's the company policy. I said give the full 8% to my followers out there. So I don't get any money out of this, everyone, in case you're wondering. Yes, I got a battery for free, but I don't get paid by them or anything like that. I don't accept money off any company. Never have, never will. Okay? I'm appreciative of a free battery from them. Aviva contacted me and she said, Buck, your code's doing really well. We would like to give you another battery for your home off-grid system. And I thought, my goodness, 3 280 amp hour batteries, 840 amps of power, unbelievable. 10,000 in watt hours. We go to watt hours now. That's, what's that, 10,700 and something watt hours. That is a lot of power. That is a lot of watt hours that I've got sitting in the shed that I can use to power the house. So they said, we'd like to send you another battery, and we would like to refund you your $900 from the battery that you purchased. So I got back onto Aviva and I said, really appreciate that. I said, you know what, I will accept the 3rd battery from you because I could do with it. I didn't know if 2, and I haven't done the full testing yet, I don't know if 2 or how long 2 will power my house for. with the third, it just gives me, you can never have too much power, can you? Stored power. I said, but I'm not going to accept the money back for the battery that I purchased, guys. So just full accountability there. 2 of the batteries now. I've got a third one sitting here, which was just arrived the other day. They provided me a third battery. I did not take the refund for the one that I purchased. I said, no, I'm not taking any money back. I'm happy to buy that battery. That's the way I operate, everyone. So full accountability there. 2 of these batteries were given to me by Litime, and I purchased another one for $900 and something, okay? And I even got my own discount code, guys. I even got 8% off that. I used my own Mr. Buck 8 discount code, and I got it. So there you go. I want to say to Aviva out there, thank you so much. I hope that's how I pronounce your name. She's the Australian rep. She's the one that myself and Steve from Soar Adventures, guys, we communicate with via email. Really, really good. Anyway, while I was talking to her, I told her that when I got the first 2 batteries, before I hook them up in parallel, which they are at the moment, I've hooked them up in parallel to give me 560 amps of power, still at 12 volts. Anyway, they provided me this cracking little lithium battery charger. If you're going to charge lithium batteries, everyone, using a 240 volt battery charger, make sure it's got a lithium profile on it. A lot of them have now. Okay, so I just keep it stored in one of these little clear top King's bags. I've got everything in the shed now in these things. I love them. But anyway, they provided me this cracking little Litime 14.6 volt, which is really what you need to charge lithium batteries, okay? It's a 20 amp, so it'll pump in a maximum of 20 amps when you're charging up lithium batteries. When I charge these big 280 amp hour lithium batteries up, that are got a little bit of power in them when you get them, but you need to get them up to 100% before you go hooking them up in parallel, okay? So I had to charge both of them up. This little 20 amp hour battery charger did the job. And I'll tell you now, they are absolutely brilliant. They really are. And I was even talking to Steve from Soar Adventures. I said, how good are those little Litime lithium battery chargers? They're just brilliant. They already come wired up. They just got the 240 volt plug on one end, everyone. And they already, shout out to Litime, they come Anderson plugged up. Litime know that us Aussies love bloody Anderson plugs, all right? And there's a lot of companies out there, and I know in America and that they're not all that popular, but here in Australia, let's face it, we Anderson plug everything up, don't we? We really do. So if I want to charge up my lithium battery that's in the iTech World battery box, it already has Anderson plugs on there. If I want to charge that battery up using 240, I just plug that into the wall over there, plug that into the battery box, turn it on, and on comes a green light and it starts charging. Starts flashing green, and when the battery's fully charged, it goes solid green and the fan stops. That works unbelievable. I said to Aviva, I said, geez, they're a good little battery charger. And she said, gets better. She said, Buck, we've got those in the 40 amp as well. Would you like one? And you know what? Yes, the 20 amp did take quite a while to charge these big batteries, all right, but it did the job. I just left them overnight, let them run overnight, come out the next morning, it was fine. But after a blackout, and I want to use 240 volts via a generator or whatever to get power into these batteries, remember, the more amps you got and you drain it down, the more amps you need to charge it back up the next day, okay? And 20 amps isn't going to cut the mustard when I've got when I've got 840 amps of battery there. If it gets low, how long is it going to take at 20 amp? So they sent me kindly, oh sorry, it also comes with an Anderson plug to the ring terminal, so you can put that onto the ring terminals of your thing. So it just comes already Anderson plugged up like that. Little LifePo 4, so it's a battery charger specifically designed for lithium batteries. Yes, you can get power into a lithium battery using a normal old lead acid battery charger, but it won't get it right up to 100%, guys, and it won't get that. You really need one with a lithium profile. If you're going to start charging up lithium batteries, spend the money and get a proper lithium battery charger, okay? It's better for your battery and it's going to work a lot better. So that's the little 20 amp. they said, Buck, we've got a 40 amp one. Now, these are low in stock at the moment, everyone. I have not taken this out of the box yet, so I'll do an official unboxing here. This is the 40 amp. It's the same type of thing. It's just pumps in 40 amps rather than 20 amps, which will be better for the bigger batteries, okay? So it comes there. There we go. Anderson plugged, straight out of the box. Litime must have done their research and said the Aussies love their Anderson plugs. So that's what we're going to do. If we want to get into the Australian market, we're going to use Anderson plugs because I know that's what we use. So well done for that. And here we go here, a 240 volt cable, a normal 240 volt cable, and you've also got your Anderson to ring terminal, so you can go straight from there, straight, and then just put it onto the ring terminals of your battery. What I did, guys, I got onto Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass also have these things. It's an Anderson plug to alligator clip. So what I can do, if I want to charge up, I just Anderson plug into there, and then I can just alligator clip on there. It's just a little bit easier than taking the M8 bolts out and then putting the ring terminals on, okay? So I've got that from Kick-Ass. It's an Anderson to alligator clip. Just makes things a little bit easier, and that works perfectly well. Just Anderson to Anderson, and then I've got the alligator clips there. So that doesn't come with it, but you can get them from Kick-Ass, guys. Well worth buying to use in conjunction with that. I have not used this. There it is, the new 40 amp lithium battery charger from Litime. So as you know, I'm building a home system at the moment. I've got another 40 amp charger up here from my Tech World guys. Tim the Toolman's going to hook all this up for me in a couple of weeks. It's going to be fantastic. I was thinking 40 amps, if these batteries get low, 40 amps isn't going to cut the mustard using the generator when I'm out of power. I can use the generator to get 240 volts and use my 240 volt chargers. Okay, and then I thought, oh, well, I've got 40, plus I can throw that 20 on, I can get 60 amps in there. So now, I'm pretty sure these batteries have got a 200 amp BMS on them, so I should be able to pump in 80 amps now. I'll use the iTech World one up here that's mounted, and I've got my portable one here. Okay, this will be going in a clear top bag as well, so everything I just want to take the 40 amp out with me camping or whatever, or on a big trip, I'll just grab the bag and off I go. So I can get up to 80 amps now, so which is a lot better than just 40 by itself. So I can really get some good power in there. Now using my generator, and I've got two 40 amp chargers to get the power back into these batteries. So there you go, Litime have sent me these, and I can vouch, I haven't used the 40 amp yet, guys, but those 20 amp ones, they are a really quick, simple lithium battery charger. They are really, really good, well priced too, and use the Mr. Buck. If you want the 40 amp or the 20 amp, see if the 40 amps in stock first. I know they were a little bit low on stock at the moment here in Australia on the 40 amps. Use Mr. Buck 8 and get an 8% discount. So there's an update, everyone. I've got a third, there we go, one of my Litime fridge magnets just come off. I've got three 280 amp hour batteries now. What's that? 840 amp hours of power, 10,700 and something watt hours. That's not even including the Jackery, which I've got down there. I can still use the Jackery in conjunction with that. There's another 2,042 watt hours there. So what have I got? Over 12,000 watt hours of power for when I lose power in a cyclone. Absolutely fantastic. So to Litime, thank you so much. I really appreciate another battery. And that's how this YouTube thing works. I know a lot of people out there go, oh, you're just in it to get stuff for free and that. Well, it works both ways, everyone. I get a free battery out, or two free batteries now, and a couple of battery chargers, and I just show you what is available out there. I'm not saying to anyone, you've got to go out and buy it and all that type of stuff. You make up your own mind. What I'm going to do is I use it, I test it, and if there's something wrong, I'll let you know. If it works fine, which it is at the moment, these batteries are working perfectly. I've got them hooked up in parallel. The other thing I've got to do now is probably get another, I don't know, I might have to get some new cables now and run my three batteries that way, which means I'll have to get new bridging cables made up. They cost me 60 bucks just for those two bridging cables from my local auto elect. So it's not cheap, but hey, I've got two batteries for free. I can't complain. and this is going to be an absolute cracking off-grid system. It really is. And when Tim gets here in a couple of weeks, we're going to do a film clip, guys. We're going to have a bus bar here. A lot of this stuff's going to be hooked up to the bus bar. Now, we call them buzz bars. They're a bus bar, apparently. And an isolation switch, all that. Tim's going to do. He's an electrician by trade, guys, so Tim knows his stuff. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So stay tuned for that one. Stay tuned for that one, and you'll see the final thing, and then we'll start testing it. I'm going to cut the power to my house and see how long I can run it. And I'm pretty confident I'll certainly be able to get through the whole night with no power, still run everything in the house, and then the next morning get my generator out, start it up. I've got 240 volts then, haven't I, with the generator. Get a couple of 40 amp chargers, pumping the power back into those, and I'm ready to go again the next night. So really, and I've also got solar, 40 amp solar controller there, which provide extra power in there as well via solar panels. So it's a good setup, and I know a lot of people out there are going, Buck, I'm really interested in this shed build that you're doing. So it's nearly finished, guys. Tim will be here soon and we'll be able to show you how everything's hooked up. I don't have the expertise to do that. Tim does, and hopefully you'll learn stuff, because as Tim's going, I'll be asking him lots of questions and that, and it'll be a bit of an informative type clip as well. So there you go, litime.com.au. Get on their website, everyone. They've got all sorts of batteries. If you want a lithium battery for camping, and I'll tell you what, they're reasonably priced too. They really are. I know there's some big names out there, and the price of their batteries is absolutely ridiculous. Litime batteries are in range of the average Joe, okay? And if these things were thousands of dollars each, I wouldn't be sitting here promoting them, guys, because I know that the people that follow me are just like me. They're just average people that don't have endless pockets with money in them, okay? So these are very, very well priced. Use the discount code SAW8, I think. Steve's got an 8% discount code, and so has Mr. Buck8, okay, for an 8% discount. The other thing, you can tell when you get the battery the other day, the way it was packaged, just professional packaging. It's almost a shame to throw the packaging away. They're just so professionally packed. The information, the booklets and everything you get, just really, you get some Chinese stuff, guys, and you can't even understand these instruction books are very, very well written. They're easy to understand. It's all in English. It's got diagrams and cartoons and all that type of stuff showing you. There's their range there. Really, really fantastic the way they've got all their documentation there, your warranty cards and all that. You even get, you know, sheets of stickers, Litime stickers and all that when you get your batteries. Just really, really professional. So there you go, litime.com.au. I know a lot of you out there have already bought the Litime batteries. So far, I'm really happy with them. I've got 2 hooked up in parallel. I've got to get a 3rd one hooked up now. And these 3 Litime batteries are going to be the heart of my whole off-grid system. Righto, so I'll show you how easy these Litime battery chargers are, guys. Just come with a normal kettle plug, we call them here in Australia. Plug him in there, put him into your wall or your generator, whatever you're using. For 240, turn him on. Okay, turn it on. It will not turn on until you connect it to a battery. So here's the other end here, which I've just unwrapped the zip tie from, everyone. So your positive and negative there, already come Anderson plugged up. Yes, I could use, if I wanted to now, plug the Anderson into there and then just put the ring terminals onto there, but it's just easier for me just to plug that in there, plug my Anderson to alligator clip in, and watch what happens. Where's the lights on this? Yeah, down this end. As soon as I hook this up, red positive, black negative, here we go. We'll crank up in a minute. Here we go. Fan's going, that way you know it's going. So Red light's on. Red light means charging. And the green light's fully charged. So when the fan's on and the red light's on, it's currently charging now. This will take a little while, okay, because these batteries, 280 amp hour battery, 40 amp charger. I'm not sure how much that charge that's got in it. I didn't put the meter on it before, I think. But anyway, I'm just going to leave this now, come back this afternoon, tonight, whatever, however long it takes, and that fan will be off and the green light will be on. That is how simple it is to hook up, okay? And it's a proper LiFePO4 battery charger, 40 amp, 14.6 volts, which is what you want for a lithium battery. I'm going to go in, have a cup of tea, tinker around, come back later this afternoon, and when that's fully charged up, then I can look at getting it hooked up in parallel with the other two batteries, which are also fully charged. If you're going to hook batteries up in parallel, guys, make sure they're the same type of battery, same amperage and that, and make sure they're fully charged, okay? Don't try and hook them up in parallel and one's half charged and one's not charged at all. Fully charge them before you hook them up. Nice and quiet, doing its thing. Beauty. Alright guys, catch you later. Be good, and got any questions, put them down. And if you're not sure, just ask a question, and I can forward that on to Aviva and whatever, if you've got a technical question, and I can ask them and get the answer for you. Catch you later.